All right, Myco listeners, before we drop back into the deeper layers of the network, a quick orientation. If things have felt a little quiet across the interwebs lately, you're not wrong. The network's been underground, not offline, not gone. Just doing what mycelium does best when conditions get noisy, spreading quietly, rerouting, cultivating out of sight. You might not have seen much this past week, but trust us, you're about to hear what's been growing. And while the surface stayed quiet, the fungal world definitely didn't. So let's catch up. First up, something deceptively familiar finally got a deep look. Researchers just published a major genomic study on Agaricus bisporus. Yeah, the humble button mushroom. Turns out the most common mushroom on Earth has a much more complex backstory than its grocery store reputation suggests. By sequencing hundreds of wild and cultivated strains from across the globe, scientists were able to trace how ancient climate shifts, glacial isolation, and modern domestication shaped what we grow and eat today. They even pinpointed a key gene tied to the classic whitecap trait that defines commercial button mushrooms. So, what looks ordinary on your plate is actually the result of deep evolutionary history, and a lot of quiet fungal negotiation with human systems.
Common doesn't mean simple. It usually just means you stopped paying attention.
Next, and this one's going to sound very network-coded. A new preprint study is showing that oyster mushroom mycelium, Pleurotus austriatus, exhibits organized electrical signaling patterns across its network. Not random noise, reproducible spikes, bursts, directional propagation. In other words, mycelium behaving like a slow, spatially distributed signaling system. No brain, no neurons, just living tissue routing information through space. This doesn't mean mushrooms are thinking like humans, but it does reinforce something mycologists have been circling for a while now. Fungal networks don't just move nutrients. They respond, they coordinate, they adapt.
If you keep calling it coincidence long enough, it eventually files a complaint.
And finally, a reminder of just how much of the fungal world we still don't know. Scientists officially described nearly 200 new plant and fungal species over the last year alone, including several previously unknown fungi discovered in rainforest ecosystems. Some of them were identified only months before being classified as threatened or endangered. Which means we're still naming players in the network, after they've already started disappearing. It's a strange moment, discovering life while simultaneously racing its extinction clock.
The network doesn't mind being unnamed. It minds being removed.
Something ancient has awakened. Not a place you browse, a place that calls. Living systems, wear forms, handled with respect. This isn't a shop. It's an encounter. Myco Emporium, where the weird gets wonderful. Come see it for yourself. Find us on our YouTube channel, The Mushroom Network. Yeah, that one. Or on Facebook, Myco Emporium. And you can always step inside at myco-emporium.com to explore our attractions and specimens, both live and transcended, with detailed care guides and fully sportastic vibes. Enter if you're ready.
Welcome back, Myco listeners. We're initiating another Mushroom Network Myco-Deep-Dive. Today's file: what happens when a node transitions? We're observing strictly from the protocols of the Grand Cosmic Mycelial Network.
It isn't solid at all.
Watch your step. Maintain your observation distance.
No, I'm serious. Look at this. We think we're standing on solid ground, but the longer I look at the substrate right here, it stops looking like a floor. It looks like it's digesting. The whole thing is moving.
That is exactly what you're seeing. But let's be precise about the mechanics. You say moving, but that implies, walking.
It feels like it's crawling.
What you're actually seeing is active chemical dismantling. You're reacting to the instability, sure, but what's running is a molecular exchange. This isn't eating in any way we'd understand it.
It feels incredibly invasive, though. I mean, look at that sapling's root system over there. It's not just sitting in the dirt. The dirt is actively working on it. It's like the ground itself is hungry.
Right, but eating implies you put something inside your own body to break it down, an internal process.
You contain it.
You contain it, you process it, you expel what's left. It's a closed system. What we're observing here with the fungi, and remember, that's fungi, is the absolute opposite of that. This is external digestion.
Which is, I mean, if you really think about that, it's a terrifying concept. It turns the whole world inside out.
From a logistics perspective, it's just efficient. Look closer. Down at the hyphal tips, those little microscopic threads pushing into the soil.
Okay, I see them.
They aren't swallowing anything, they are secreting enzymes out. They're flooding their immediate environment with chemistry. They're basically turning the soil, the wood, the leaf litter, all of it into an external stomach.
So the world isn't a container for them.
No. To a fungi, the environment is just stomach contents, stuff waiting to be processed.
That just, it changes the whole geometry of what it means to be alive. You know? If I eat something, it's inside me. There's a clear line. Me. And not me. My skin is the border. But if I'm one of these, and I'm just spitting acid out to melt the furniture, where do I end?
You don't. Not cleanly. And that's the design flaw in our perception, not in the fungal system. We're obsessed with skins and borders.
Where does the organism stop?
It ends wherever the decomposition begins.
So it's a zone of influence, not a body.
Precisely. The distinction between fungi and environment is, well, it's purely philosophical. To the network, it's just a gradient. There's self, and then there's stuff currently being dissolved to become self.
It just blurs the line completely. It's not an object in the world. It's a process that creates a zone of liquefaction around itself. And it's everywhere. We think the ground is stable, but down here, it's a chemical bath.
And that bath is the only reason this whole system doesn't choke on itself. But let's shift focus a little. You're looking at the chemistry, which is fascinating, but I want to look at the logistics, the network itself. Mm-hmm. Because what we see on the surface, that mushroom popping up over there,
the fruit, yeah,
that's a distraction. It's a reproductive event, a brief little flare of visibility. If you want to understand the machine, you have to look at the biomass underground. The mycelium.
The internet of nature.
It's a cliche, and it's reductive, but it does get at the interconnectivity. Look at the architecture. These threads, the hyphae, they're branching, fusing, extending, but watch how they move.
You know what it reminds me of? It doesn't move like an army. An army is a block, a unit. This moves like a rumor.
A rumor?
Yeah.
Elaborate on that. That's an interesting model.
Well, look at how it spreads. It's not just charging forward, it's probing. It goes in all directions at once, sort of whispering into the soil, testing. If it hits a dead end, a rock, the rumor just dies out there, or tracks. But if it hits a resource,
right,
a pocket of sugar,
the signal amplifies.
Exactly, it gets louder. And the whole network pivots to follow that one thread. It feels like how a rumor spreads through a crowd. It finds the path of least resistance and maximum excitement.
That is a surprisingly accurate way to describe the resource allocation protocols. It explores through redundancy. And this is where human engineering just gets it so wrong. We're obsessed with efficiency. The straightest line, the least material.
Use just-in-time delivery, zero waste.
Right, and just-in-time is fragile. It's paper thin. One link snaps, the whole supply chain collapses. The fungal network is the opposite. It is obsessed with redundancy. It builds extra pathways it doesn't need. It wastes energy on paths that go nowhere, just in case.
It just assumes things will break.
It knows failure is a statistical certainty. Look here, if I were to sever this strand of mycelium, just cut it. The system doesn't panic. It doesn't grieve.
It doesn't even seem to notice. The flow it kind of pulses and then goes left.
Oh, it notices, but it interprets the damage as data. Pathway blocked, reroute flow. That's it. To this organism, damage isn't defeat, it's just information. It asks, okay, where can we grow next?
That level of resilience is it's almost alien. We spend so much time trying to prevent damage. We build walls. The network just builds a system where damage doesn't really matter.
It's the difference between building a stone wall and building a river. You can break a wall. You can't break a river, you can only divert it. This architecture is fluid dynamics, not masonry.
Speaking of breaking things, look at what it's running into over here. This is a big one. A transcended specimen.
Yes. A tree that has transitioned from a vertical biological pump to a horizontal nutrient bank.
It's a log. a huge dead oak log.
To you, it's a log. To the network, it's a high-resistance material fortress. For most organisms, this is a logistical nightmare.
But why? It's just wood. It's organic. Shouldn't be easy to break down.
You'd think so. But wood is an engineered marvel. You have cellulose for tensile strength, think of it like rebar. You have hemicellulose binding it together.
Yeah.
And then you have the real problem, lignin.
The glue.
It's more like concrete. Lignin is complex, messy, rigid, and waterproof. It encases all the good stuff, all the sugars. For a huge chunk of Earth's history, the Carboniferous period, nothing could digest it.
Really? Nothing at all.
Nothing. Trees would grow, die, fall over, and just stay there. They wouldn't rot, they piled up. The planet had this massive backlog of wood because the demolition crew hadn't invented the right tools yet. That's where most of our coal comes from, fossilized log jams.
So the whole world was just filling up with dead trees until the fungi figured out the combo to the lock.
Until they upgraded their enzyme packages, yes. And this is where we can see two totally different strategies playing out. Look at this log right here, the pale, stringy one.
It looks shredded, almost bleached, like someone pulled all the fibers apart.
That's white rot. This is the total deconstruction strategy. These fungi evolve these aggressive oxidative enzymes that don't just nibble, they chemically blast the lignin apart.
So they're destroying the concrete to get to the rebar inside.
Exactly, it's a brute force chemical assault.
Right.
They dismantle the whole fortress. But now, look at the log next to it, the dark one.
Whoa. Yeah, that's completely different. It's cracking into these little cubes. It looks like burnt charcoal, but brittle. If I touch it, yeah, it just turns to dust.
That is brown rot. A completely different philosophy.
The smash and grab.
Pretty much. Brown rot fungi looked at the lignin, that tough concrete, and said, you know what? That's too expensive to break. Too much energy. So they don't even bother.
Then how do they get the food?
They cheat. They use something called reactive oxygen species. Think of them as tiny chemical bombs. They send these small molecules into the wood that slip right past the lignin defenses and detonate inside to break down the cellulose.
Wait, so they reach through the walls and just steal the furniture?
That's a perfect metaphor for it. They steal the sugar, the structural support, and leave the heavy lignin shell standing.
But without the support inside.
The structure is compromised. It collapses in on itself. That's why you get that cubical cracking. It's shrinking because the inside has been hollowed out.
That is just, it's incredible. So one method unmakes the structure entirely, and the other just guts it until it implodes.
Both achieve the mission,
Which is?
carbon circulation, unlocking the vault. The network doesn't care about the aesthetic of the ruin. It only cares about the yield.
It's hard not to attribute strategy to them, though. I mean, we're talking about enzymes, but watching it feels like intelligence.
Careful, that's the anthropomorphism trap.
No, I know. No brain, no central command, I get it. But look at how it navigates, how it chooses between these strategies depending on the wood. It feels like a plan. It feels like a decision.
It's executing responsiveness under constraint.
That sounds like a corporate memo for thinking.
It's physics. The system doesn't issue commands, it follows gradients. Think of water flowing downhill, but the hill is resource density. Where food is abundant, the network accelerates.
Pedal to the metal.
Where resources are depleted, it retracts. And where it encounters a threat. Well, look over here, to the left of the log.
The green stuff, is that contamination?
There's no such thing as contamination out here. That's a human word for something growing where we don't want it.
Yeah.
In the wild, everything is permitted if it can survive.
Okay, so competition. It looks like some kind of mold is trying to move in on the fungi's turf. It's like a battle line.
It is a battle line.
Yeah.
And the network is currently deploying weaponry.
Antibiotics.
We call them that because we stole them for medicine. But down here, penicillin isn't a medicine, it's a chemical fence. It is a weapon of territory defense.
It's chemical warfare.
It's altering the immediate environment until the competitor can't function. The fungi isn't fighting with claws, it's changing the very atmosphere of the battlefield.
Yeah.
It creates a zone of inhibition. It basically says, you can't live here anymore, too bad for you, I can.
We have this romantic idea of the wood wide web, everyone holding hands, but down here in the dirt, it's just a constant violent negotiation for chemical space.
Peace is just a stalemate in the decomposition cycle. If you stop fighting, you become food.
And then, out of all that, bam, a mushroom.
The announcement.
It just breaks the surface, and it's what everyone sees, what everyone loves. But based on what we've been seeing underground, This feels almost desperate now.
It is a calculated expense. From a systems perspective, building a mushroom is incredibly costly. It takes moisture, protein, structure. It requires hydraulic pressure so immense it can crack asphalt. You don't build something like that unless you have a very specific reason.
It's not a victory lap, is it?
More often than not, it's a stress response.
So we see a field of them and think, oh, look how healthy this place is. But the network might be thinking, we're running out of food, the water is drying up, we need to get out of here now.
Precisely. It pools its last resources for a Hail Mary pass. It built a temporary tower, the mushroom, to launch its genetic information into the wind.
The spores.
The hope for a future somewhere else. Because the current location may be compromised.
So the mushroom is temporary, it's an event, the network is the thing that's persistent.
The mushroom isn't the work, the mushroom is the announcement that work happened. The real work is the rot, the dismantling. The mushroom is just the exit strategy.
It all comes back to that, the great decomposition.
Without it, the entire system chokes.
We spend our lives obsessed with growth, building bigger, accumulating more. But from this perspective, growth is just hoarding.
Growth is hoarding resources. Trees hoard carbon. Animals hoard nitrogen. If everything just grew and nothing ever rotted, the chemistry of the planet would lock up solid. The shelves would be empty.
So growth is hoarding and rot is sharing.
It's circulation. It is the operational reality of the planet. If this architecture of rot shut down today, this forest would suffocate in a generation.
The dead trees wouldn't go away.
The leaves would pile up to the canopy, nutrients would stay locked in corpses, the soil would become sterile dust. Life only survives because fungi ensure that everything ends.
That's a heavy thought. Decomposition isn't the end of the story. It's the supply chain activation for the next one.
A transcendent specimen isn't dead, it's just a reassignment of assets. Inventory being released back to the market.
It's continuity.
The system is patient. Look at it. It never rushes, it never sleeps. It just waits for structure to fail so it can do its job.
And nothing we build is exempt from that chemistry.
Nothing. Not the wood, not the leaves, not us.
We're just organized energy fighting the gradient for a little while.
And when we stop fighting, the fungi are there to catch the pieces.
It's humbling. And a little terrifying. But mostly, it just feels honest. It's the only system that really seems to balance the books.
It's the only way the math works. You can't have infinite life without infinite recycling.
So as we watch this node transition,
we're just remembering that rot isn't collapse.
Rot is continuity.
Let's track that high full extension over near the root system. Looks like it found a new breach point.
Yeah, I see it. It's pulsing. It's moving fast now.
The cycle continues.
Always does.
Are you tired of the same three corporations controlling all the music you hear?
Yeah, so were we. So we said spore it and made our own. Welcome to TMN Radio, where we've infected the airwaves with fungi-powered frequencies. We got underground bangers, Myco-Deep-Dives, and cosmic beats big box media is too scared to touch. 24/7. No ads, except this one. And, well, these are actually technically called Myco breaks. So inhale some mycelium-infused air, embrace your inner tree hugger, and get ready for some mind-blowing mycomania. The Mushroom Network has spoken. You've been chosen.
Tune in, the hottest growing underground network around.
TMN Radio. It's alive.
Okay, hold on. No, don't rewind. That wasn't the beginning. That was just me noticing you noticed. Which is important. We'll come back to that, probably, if the network lets us. Welcome back, Myco listeners, Myco wanderers, cosmic travelers who clicked play and immediately forgot why they were here. This is another episode of Fungal Reflections. The title is What Happens When a Node Transitions? I've said it once, it's logged, the network is satisfied, and... oh wow, nope, it's already pulling me sideways. Great! Okay, so, I was inside the Grand Cosmic Mycelial Network. Yes, inside, don't make a face. Everything is inside it eventually. And I was supposed to be checking a single transition event. One node. Clean. Simple. In, observe, out. You know, professional. Instead, I noticed something stupid. Not cosmic, not sacred. Stupid. A routing error. Tiny. Embarrassing. Like a spore that took a wrong breeze and ended up germinating in a place that absolutely did not deserve it. You ever seen that? A mushroom growing out of a parking lot crack like, yeah, this is fine. That. So obviously I followed it. I don't know why you're acting surprised. That's literally how half the Mycoverse is started. Someone noticed something they weren't supposed to notice and then refused to stop noticing it. Now, here's where people get confused about the network. They think it has a plan, like a blueprint, like it knows where everything is going. That's adorable. No, the network has preferences, not plans. It has gradients, biases, little chemical crushes. It's less master architect and more, ooh, what's that? And the biggest one? Attention. Whatever gets noticed gets fed. Whatever gets fed gets structure. Whatever gets structure starts looking intentional in hindsight. That's how history lies to itself, by the way. But we're not doing history right now. We're doing logistics, which is why chaos is so dangerous and so productive. Anyway, side quest. Did you know there are entire regions of the network built around things that were never supposed to matter? Like a tool, a misfired instinct, a half-formed idea, a bad metaphor someone wouldn't shut up about. Someone paid attention to a glitch for too long once and now it's a habitat. Full ecosystem, great vibes, awful signage. Everything smells like damp confidence. Right, nodes. When a node transitions, dies, collapses, composts, transcends, gets reassigned, there isn't a ceremony. There isn't even a pause. The network doesn't go, oh no. It goes, oh, interesting. Which is a horrifying response if you're attached to outcomes. And then it waits. Not long, just long enough. It waits to see who looks. Because whoever looks first decides what happens next. That's the part nobody likes hearing, so people pretend it isn't true. You think transitions are about loss. They're not. They're about competition for meaning. Moisture shows up. Microbes show up. Fungi show up like, hey, we can do something with this. Insects are already there, obviously. They're always early. No one invited them. They brought friends. But the real fight isn't over nutrients. It's over interpretation. Who gets to say what this is now? I once watched a fallen tree become three completely different things, depending on who noticed it first. To the beetles, it was housing. To the fungi, it was scaffolding and sugar. To the moss, it was a long-term investment. To a human, it was sad. Guess which interpretation the network used? Not the sad one. Hold on. Okay, yeah, something just rerouted. If you felt a tiny spike of anxiety for no reason, that was just the network reallocating relevance. Happens. Very normal. Drink some water later. Anyway, here's the part I probably shouldn't say out loud, but the network is busy, and I don't think it's listening to this layer right now. It's doing that thing where it pretends not to hear anything inconvenient. You think chaos means nothing is in control. What it actually means is too many signals are competing for priority. Chaos isn't destruction. Chaos is a backlog. Chaos is just attention without a manager, which is why the network loves it. Chaos is raw data, untamed input, unfiltered possibility. Most of it gets ignored, some of it gets composted, and a tiny fraction of it, usually the weirdest, loudest, most persistent stuff, gets reinforced until it becomes how things are. That's how new structures form. Not because they were right, because they were noticed repeatedly. Which brings us back to you. Yes, you. You noticed I circled back. Good job. You're doing great. The network appreciates consistency. You are a node. Not a special one, Not a tragic one, just a very busy one with too many open tabs and no idea which ones are autoplaying. And every time you fixate on something, fear, curiosity, resentment, joy, mushrooms, whatever, you are feeding a root. You are literally training the network how to use you. Which sounds rude when I say it like that, but I promise it's not personal. The network treats everything this way. It doesn't tell you what matters. It watches what you keep paying attention to and assumes you know what you're doing. Which, bold of it, truly. And yes, sometimes it gets this wrong. Entire disasters have started this way. But also, entire forests. Side note, forests are basically just attention experiments that worked out. So when something transitions in your life and suddenly everything feels chaotic, unassigned, half-broken, congratulations. You're standing in the exact moment where attention turns into architecture. This is the part where most people panic and start trying to force meaning onto things. That's fine. Very human. Very inefficient. The network just watches to see what sticks. Oh, I'm getting the pull again. Yeah, that's my cue. The network's done letting me ramble. Something about excess insight accumulation, and please stop encouraging the nodes. Rude. All right, I'm out. If you're still thinking about this later, that's not enlightenment. That's not confusion either. That's germination. Stay weird, Myco listeners. Oh, one more thing. Nope, too late. It's gone.
All right, take a breath. Yeah, I know, that one lingered a bit. If you're still turning over spores in your head, that's fine. Let them settle. The network doesn't rush outcomes, and neither do we. Stick around though, don't wander off just yet. After this quick Myco break, we're sliding back into the Mycoverses with a fresh round of Mycoverse productions, showcasing some of the hottest, most spore-tacular soundscapes currently mutating their way out of the mushroom network. New frequencies, new rhythms, same deep-rooted mycelial pulse. You're still connected, and the signal's only getting stronger. We'll be right back. All right, listen up. This is big. Myco Emporium just locked something special.
The connection is established. The supply line is alive.
We're talking exclusive access. Myco Emporium now has the plug on 3G Nursery, the certified nursery of the Mushroom Network.
Not sourced, not outsourced. Grown under watch, prepared with intention.
And for the first time ever, we're taking it to the public, in person. Booth events, face-to-face with living systems.
The cycle leaves the lab. The habitat meets the hands.
Here's what's coming with us. 3G duckweed, fast, alive, ridiculously useful. 3G lichen, ancient partnerships in miniature. 3G arrow plants, no soil, no nonsense, pure flex. Geozeno, lab-grown living stones that look like they came from a completely different Mycoverse. 3G mulberry, roots with a future. 3G mythic passion flora, wild, trippy, strange, and absolutely unforgettable.
These are not decorations, they are introductions.
If you've ever wanted to walk up to a booth and feel like you just discovered something you weren't supposed to know yet,
this is your moment.
Myco Emporium, 3G Nursery. Live! In person!
The system is opening.
Welcome back, Myco listeners. You've just tuned into another round of fungal frequencies, where rhythm grows underground, bass moves like mycelium, and sound doesn't ask permission to evolve. If you're feeling this frequency, don't forget to tap into the hottest underground station in the infinite Mycoverses, TMN Radio, streaming sportacular soundscapes, deep cuts, ritual bass, and transmissions you won't hear anywhere else. Stay locked, stay tuned. This is the Mushroom Network.
Listen closer. I didn't build stared at the lines, watched them thicken every time. Thought it was noise, thought it was chance, but it keeps returning when I give it a glance. I don't decide what stays alive, I just keep looking and it arrives. Attention becomes architecture. Long enough to give them away. Attention becomes architecture. Attention becomes architecture. Don't look away. Listen closely. Don't look away. What are you? look away.
Listen. It's already moving. We did not carve the path. We walked it again. Feet remember before the mind did. What returns? What is fed? Attention becomes full. Attention becomes full. What stays? What stays? Attention becomes. Drums did not ask which rhythm was right.
all at once. Signal stacking, no delay. Every thought wants right away. Nothing broken, nothing wrong. Just too many hidden strong. Voices shout, every path wants passage now. Not destruction, not collapse, just no space between the stacks. What feels broken? What waits too long? Clear, alone. Nothing failed. Nothing stopped. Everything arrived.
Wrong way.
still a call. Steps repeated out of line. Mistake learned into design. What is error?
Unfamiliar ground. Drone and breath.
Nothing you cycle turned to day. Kept it close, kept it near. Every turn pulled me here. What happens when you stare? It stares back.
Myco-verse transmission acknowledged. Signal coherence within acceptable variance. Biological input successfully received. Cognitive resonance detected. Listener node classified as active participant. No corrective action required. This channel will now enter dormancy. Ambient systems remain operational. Memory persistence is not guaranteed. Influence persistence is inevitable. You are cleared to disengage. The network does not require your attention to continue. Mycoverse audio transmission complete.